Now let's take a different track for a moment. Together with Food and Trees for Africa, Woolworths have been involved with the EduPlant program for 12 years now, and what a successful run it's been. The initiative aims to empower schools and communities throughout South Africa by teaching them and providing them with the tools they need to manage their own sustainable food sources by going back to the basics of growing their own food. So we went to the EduPlant Schools Competition Finals just outside of Johannesburg, where over 300 learners and educators had a chance to showcase their gardens and, of course, win prizes for their schools.
Considering that about 1 in every 9 people on Earth suffer from hunger and malnutrition, the issue of food security should be central to every single community. With that in mind, the EduPlant program aims to empower children in schools and communities across South Africa to manage their own sustainable food sources through agriculture. However, the climate is changing, so these young farmers must adapt their methods in order to protect our environment.
Every second year, Woolworths Trust hosts the EduPlant National Food, Gardening and Greening Competition, giving over 300 learners and educators a chance to showcase their gardens. Combined with this, the theme for this year's World Food Day is Climate is Changing. Food and agriculture must too.
The EduPlant program is one of those programs I think every learner in South Africa should go through. Why? Because it provides these kids with really deep skills in understanding on how to grow their own food, but very importantly, it gives them a psyche that makes them do it properly and do it right in a way that is really good for the environment, and it allows them to be creative. And you want that from kids, you know, they need to be creative because they are our future. And EduPlant is really the future for us.
We're addressing the drought in the schools and the negative effects that it has had by doing training workshops and sharing with the schools the techniques of permaculture that ensure that soil is protected and any water and rain that is falling is stored and saved.
The competition week is filled with lots of excitement as learners present their projects to the judges to see what has been learnt, grown and innovated by the schools.
We are looking for schools that can present their project very well. Remember, as judges, we want to know whether these learners know what permaculture is all about. So we want the permaculture to be part and parcel of the learners.
The presentations in 2016 have been very innovative and creative. It's an amazing amount of work that the learners are doing at their schools, and it gives us a clear idea of the transformation in terms of food security, in terms of poverty alleviation and learning that is occurring at our schools.
You know, the EduPlant Finals are really fun. You know, the whole event, the whole week is fun for everybody involved, for the kids, for the judges, for the teachers and everyone. They come to the awards and you can see that they want to be the best at it. And the awards allow that.
The learners also attend a beautiful gala where winners receive prizes for their schools in recognition of their efforts in food, gardening, greening and community building.
Can you tell us about the mentorship program? What are the kind of things that you do to other schools that may help mentor them? And why do you think it's so important?
We teach them about intercropping and companion planting. We even explain to them what mulching is, what to use when you do mulching, things like that. It's important for us to teach them so that they can start their own gardens, and we even share with them the permaculture principles and ethics.
It is important to have your own garden because some plants in the garden are herbs and they are natural medication. They help with stomach pains, headache, and also it is important because you don't have to walk to buy fruits and vegetables, just pick from your garden.
My tips to people is that they must reuse the grey water they used to water plants, so that way we can save water.
The competition showcase is also a wonderful opportunity for learners to meet with gardeners from other provinces and share ideas with one another while celebrating their successes.
I have learned that you have to have a garden without using chemicals because chemicals can infect you, and you don't have to use chemicals because plants without chemicals are very healthy. And I have learned that you have to share the knowledge with other schools to teach them about the garden.
This project is very, very important because it gives the learners the opportunity to see the practical side of what they are doing in class in all subjects. And then we are proud to say we have employed 2 parents. We have created employment for the community. So we are adding value into the community.
The EduPlant program is helping young South Africans grow,
These learners are actively creating food security and seeing the rewards of caring for the earth.
Congratulations to all these magnificent winners. It's thanks to partnerships between organizations like Woolworths and Food and Trees for Africa that these top learners can now have a reason to love the environment and reap the fruit of their own labor. With a little bit of love and work, you too can grow your own fresh vegetables. So why not start today?